Hello, Mr. Chuck here. This video is about how to convert your 35mm slides to digital. And it's like a 4 or 5 step process. You can do this if you have all the right gear. I was lucky enough, I got all the slides from my uncle when he passed away. I have loose slides and I have slides in these magazines. The loose slides were easy because I could look at them through the light to identify what they are and then scan them. That was about 144 of the ones I decided to scan. My criteria for picking out which slides to scan, I do a little bit of scenery, but not too many, but mostly slides to have people, my aunt and uncle pictures, my family pictures, my brothers and parents, and my aunt and uncles, and whoever we were visiting that we took pictures of. My uncle took a lot of pictures when he was on vacation. It was his thing to do, going camping and taking pictures. Me and my older brother, or all three of us, I have 2 older brothers, went with my aunt and uncle in the summertime when they went on vacation and traveled all over the United States. We went to the Great Smoky Mountains, we went upstate New York, we went out west to Grand Tetons, Yellowstone, Devil's Tower. That was my 1968 vacation trip with my aunt and uncle. So step 1 is to find the slides that were in the basement, and I have down to 3 boxes of these cases now. There's 36 slides in each one of these cases. Some of them got less than that, but most of them are full, so there's 36 slides. I got my uncle's old projector that still works pretty good, and his screen behind me that you can see. I take these cases and run them through the projector, project up the slides on the screen, and then I record on a piece of paper the name that's on the case, at least the first thing written on the case so I can identify the case, and then the slide number that are identified here that I want to digitize. And once I get that done, identifying which slides I want to identify, then the next step is to take them out of the case and out of the frame that's holding them and put them through this film, it's a negative film scanner that will digitize them and turn them into a JPEG file. It has the ability to set the contrast, which is the only thing I use, and you can also change the color like the reds, blues, and greens to get a better picture. But my uncle was a pretty good photographer, so I don't have to do that. I just make sure that contrast is adjusted right. Sometimes it's too bright, I can adjust it down. Sometimes there's shade, and I gotta adjust the contrast up so you can see who's in the picture. So once I do that, identify it, then I take them out of the case and out of the slides one at a time. I scan it on this. It goes to an SCD card, I think it's called. That's I think 16 gigabytes. It can hold thousands of these, so there's no problem in running out of space. Once I get that done, then I take it up to my computer and transfer it into my computer so I can then sort them by file. I create folders, stuff like that, so that I can then send them to whoever wants them. This is step 1 in digitalizing my 35mm slides so I can put them on the computer and send them to whoever may want them. The slides are from my uncle, who took them when he was on vacation and whatever. So they're pictures of me and my brothers when we were younger, and aunts and uncles, and a bunch of relatives that I met a few times. But we're going to go ahead and try to save these for posterity. So the first step is, once we identify the cases that we want to view, The projector down here, which was you saw a little bit earlier, is my uncle's, and it still works. So we project it up on my uncle's screen there, which since I'm so close to the screen, it's a lot smaller. And this particular case is my grandpa's funeral. And this was his headstones. I'm assuming that's my grandmother, but I don't know for sure. Yep, that's my uncle. Probably his mother. My criteria is pictures with people in them, as long as I know who they are. So I'm writing down the slide number. That must be, that is. I have a lot of relatives I don't know because I really don't remember meeting them because I was like 5 years old or younger. I know who that is. And this is 1961. That's Bob McGill's house. He lived somewhere, Brookville, Pennsylvania, I believe. That's my uncle and his father, Grandpa. My uncle and Grandpa. So that's the gist of it. I'll do that for about 6 or 7 of these cases, and then I'll go on to the next step. But that's what I'm doing. Step one, actually step one and step two. Step one, identifying the cases I want to look at, reviewing the cases, identifying which slides I want to do. Then step three uh, is scanning and creating a JPEG of the slide. And then step four would be loading it in my computer and sorting it out by what they are. So that's in a nutshell.
等住先，咩光啊？我啱啱同你哋一樣，都睇唔到咩光㗎。
正話 Ken 提到佢嘅儀器，因為 check 到有光嘅存在先至有反應。而家有啲光只有文仔見到，其他人睇唔到存在。
唔通同文仔頭先上嚟嘅視力有關？我記得眼科個標識窗講過，佢話文仔可以睇到我哋常人眼睇唔到嘅嘢。
你仲記得？
由於佢嗰一晚入到屋嘅光，經過折射再反射，浸咗部分間嘅鐘，光度已經係非常之弱，弱到我哋冇人可以出到，除咗雲。
想講嘅咩光？喺邊度嚟㗎？
點解發生俄羅斯之前，大家睇唔到呢種光？
自從發生檔案之後，附近嘅街坊都有心理陰影，大家都根據唔同嘅宗教信仰，做一啲定經我哋冇見過嘅事。喺對面大廈嘅單位就掛咗個八角鏡嚟擋曬。呢一面八角鏡係一個凸透鏡，並相距冇見嘅玻璃幕牆，形成一個可以折射嘅角度，將光線反射再反射。
I take them out of the case, the ones I already identified. I look at them. I'm talking to the camera. I make sure it's a person I want to take a picture of. Save. I flip it upside up, and their heads are getting cut off. So that means it's a different film type. There we go. Now we can hit that and we can adjust the exposure. Too dark. Lighten it up a little bit. Then we save it. Push it through. Flip it back upside down. Slide it back into this holder. Slide bracket. And put it back in the case where it came out of. Pull out the next one. Slide everything up. I put them back in the same brackets they came out of. It's the same film type, so I can just push it through, flip it upside down, slide it back in. And I gotta do that about 5,000 times. Get them all done. But this is how you digitize your 35 millimeter slides. These are all my photos. Of course, it automatically opens up this file. Could we change the view to so I can see what they are? Anyway, I'm going to select them. Select them all. Well, cut. Go my here. And I paste. And when it gets done, and then I'll go through the photos, group them by folder, and put a name on the folder. So there we are. That didn't take too long. We're going to change the view here to large so we can actually see them. I'm going to close that. And there's all the ones I scan. I can click on them, pop them open. Don't look bad. if I want to say Grand Teton 68. So we start in 1968 with me and my cousin. So I want to create a new folder. Rename it 1968 Cation West Trip. Alan. Okay, so we got that folder. And we know it's the first one. Select it. I know Devil's Tower. Probably to about there. And paste. That was the easy part. And we got some Cincinnati ones. We got different ones that are going to group into different folders to try to keep the identity of them, the year, and what they are together. So that's all I'm going to be doing.